The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all. For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear. My son Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time. Ha! To what end, she says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
No doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going. I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away. Yes. There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Greetings, my lady. You are the Terran's daughter, are you not? I am a member of Al-Hal's personal guard. The rest of the Al's forces are expected tonight. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march. Ah, then I wish you luck. Good evening, my lady.
It shall be done.
Oh, my lady, we were just, well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here. No, my lady, of course not. Yes, my lady. Thank you, my lady.
Good evening, my lady.
As you say. It is begun.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Until we speak again.
We will serve you while the Terran is away.
Good evening, my lady. Good evening, my lady. Good evening, my lady.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. No matter how the maids try to keep him out, You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough, of course, that means... At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the... Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes...
shall be done.
Hello, my dear girl. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect. I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson? Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long in... records are vague. But the Couslands became every day. At that, several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty. Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear. At any rate, your family has held the tourney. Calenhad, after Elathia's men were defeated. When Calenhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elathia led the history between the Couslands and the House during your grandfather's rule. During the rebellion, your grandfather openly supported the rebellion. True, just as now we united behind Merrick. Thank you. Silent. Perhaps you should.
Good evening, my lady. Good evening, my lady.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from here. Tell me, Sir Gilmore, has my pup...
Not...
Darling, do take care of that. That malodorous hound of yours is an excellent protector. I'm not asking you to travel to... Sir Gilmore, see that it gets done.
As your lady.
Good.
I think we last met at your mother's springs.
I'm so proud.
You're...
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Her diplomat... It is a... And she...
Your daughter's proud...
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband. You can go...
Perhaps we'll...
Good evening.
Good evening, milady.
We'd best get to the kitchens before Nan decides to up and leave, don't you think? You know what your mother would...
It shall be done.
Good evening, milady.
It is begun.
Good evening, milady.
get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves.
Calm down.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. A blight...
Oh dear.
That's it.
Nan, please.
Just... you two, stop...
Oh, look at that mess. He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased... I've seen... but see...
Very well.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rat?
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. Oh, I bet that dog led... Oh, don't... Here then. Thank you, my lady. Now, that's right, you two.